Whoa.
How rested are you?
I finally slept Sunday night,
Right.
and then last night I had one of the best sleeps of my life, Joe.
Well, I was up very late watching election results because I knew I had to be on CBC at
Yeah.
7 o'clock ish this morning, and so I didn't want to be not prepared.
Yeah.
And I think I shared with you there was a time about 10:30 where I just said, "I'm falling asleep watching this. I could
Yeah.
go to bed now and get up maybe at 4 in the morning and see how the election went
You
and
got to
do the
make that
rest."
call, right? What happened?
Yeah, well, because I like politics like a sport, I had to sit there and watch everything till all of the southwestern
Hmm.
Ontario ridings were settled, and where we got to pretty much the national end results, where we knew it would be a
Yeah.
minority government, and each party had gained some seats. The NDP absolutely imploded.
Hmm.
Um, and some good people, good friends that I knew from each of those parties. Some are no longer with us. There's
Right.
some great strength the Parliament lost last
Hmm.
night, but we put ourselves in a place where we have to work together for a better Canada.
I love that.
I'm not normally a huge fan of minority governments, but I feel in the case where we are right now,
Yeah.
that's the best thing. We can make each other work with each other.
Hmm.
Look, everybody stole everybody's ideas pretty well in this last campaign, going back
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago, but certainly in the last 36 days. Great. Now put your money where your mouth is, and let's
Yeah.
all get those things done. Removing a carbon tax, a
Hmm.
national energy program that is a
Yeah.
pipeline coast to coast and a power grid coast to coast. We all said we could do it now. We all said
Yeah.
we could find new customers for Canadian goods. We
Hmm.
take down provincial barriers. And let's all make
This is.
sure we check that list every month to say who moved that one forward. They all talked
Mhm.
about it. They all said they wanted to do it. There's many great things we can do as Canadians right now and be Canadians and work together. I don't care what President Trump does. We'll
Mhm.
react well to whatever he does. But I truly, in my heart, believe these are good friends and neighbors of ours, and it's
Yeah.
just one guy who's being an ass. And when
Mhm.
that goes away, if we've already done better things for Canada, it will just be a better Canada with a great customer still in the United States. If that doesn't come to pass, well, then we make Canada a better place.
Yeah.
We can't let elections be a waste.
Yeah. So it can be
Right?
a win or a win-win.
Right. So let's just win all over the place. A strong Canada working well together.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely. And I
And
just want to say too that be caring for everybody right now. A lot of
yeah,
people put their hearts on the line. They put them on their sleeve.
it's not easy to do what everybody did.
Mhm.
I'll commend in our own local riding Andrew for winning and
Mhm.
David for the hard work he put into the effort, and for getting to know him. I think
Yeah,
we're a better city also for getting to know David Goodwin better
I
and
agree.
what he is able to do. Let's not disappear. Let's all continue to work together, and I will share that I certainly have had enough conversations with Andrew
Yeah.
Lawton about how St.Thomas will want him to work with us
Mhm.
on the world stage, on the provincial stage, and on the federal stage.
Yeah.
Um, we're going to have to all work together. And I know I
Mhm.
had a conversation yesterday with Minister Flack where we said the same things.
Mhm.
We've had quite a good triumvirate with his self, Karen
Mhm.
Vecchio, and myself
Yes.
and the rest of the mayors in Elgin County on
Yeah.
getting things done. We got to insert our new member of
Mhm.
parliament there, and let's see if we can't get Andrew on in a week or two.
Absolutely.
Let him get a minute of sleep in.
Get a little nap in before he comes online.
All right, we can talk about the feeling of how we all have to cooperate and work together. I'm still look.
Mhm.
I'm a political junkie, and I know the answer to most things, but I'm still trying to figure out what Pierre Poilievre will now do, having lost his seat. There's a couple of fairly
Yeah.
quick solutions, but I think the real answer is um, take your time and make the right decisions.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
The party did well. The party was stronger. Um, the Liberal Party gained more seats than it used to have. Popular
Mhm.
vote was up. We haven't had this level of popular vote since Joe Preston left Parliament in 2015.
Joe, I love this so much.
So it was great that there was an interest in
Yeah.
people's mind, and I like that we talk about it. I
Yeah.
don't like that we fight about it. I
Right.
continue to say it. Look, it's about not what's finding wrong with someone else,
Mhm.
but finding where we agree on issues, and where we differ,
Stick to the
then
issues.
say your issue.
Yeah.
Don't. It's not about the other guy being bad. It's
Mhm.
about you having a different viewpoint on the issue you're looking for.
And argue it out and let the people decide.
Absolutely, absolutely. Or decide to do the 80% of other stuff first, and leave those troublesome things to last. And by then, maybe
Yeah.
you've worked out that you can work together,
And
and
from
that it works.
I've talked to so many people about this, and that's what they want. They want people to the people in Parliament to focus on the issues that are most critical right now, and not worry about the
Yep.
little differences. Let's focus on the big issues that are critical at the time.
Well, I was overhearing Peter Fragascatos this morning, the member from London Centre,
Mhm.
on CBC, and he was saying exactly the same thing. Our challenge now is working together.
Yeah.
Our challenge is not going into any fight, not knowing who your friends were,
Yes.
and that Canada is the one that has to do well, not one party or another
Mhm.
party. So let's hold people to these great words. I think it's the right way to go.
Absolutely.
And thank you all, every one of you. The candidates
Yeah.
put your name forward that didn't win.
Mhm.
It is not an easy thing, and it hurts.
Yeah.
The candidates that put their name forward and did win, oh, you don't know hard work yet. There will be work to do. But to all of the volunteers on every side of every issue, I saw even today a vast majority of signs already down. Great
Yeah.
things happening. That's the great cooperative effort you have in the volunteer base, not just in rural ridings like ours, but in every riding. The volunteers that are out there to help you, that agree with you, think you're
Mhm.
doing the right thing, so they want to be on your team. That's a great thing to do. In 18 months, we'll be doing that municipally, and we'll all be out there, talking about our own communities again. And volunteers help politics
Yes.
be what it is. So, thank you to all. And you know what? Probably wasn't easy being an election worker yesterday either.
They were running back and forth.
Oh, yep, I agree.
And
it was busy, right? So let's keep doing that too. Whenever we have an election with cause, with
Mhm.
change, with real things needed,
Yeah.
we'll get a higher voter turnout. I'm not sure there's another way to
Mhm.
do it besides make it interesting and have great discussions about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we really talked about the elections.
We did.
If there's any questions, I'm certainly happy to answer them. But
Yeah.
I am more the St.Thomas party than I am any other party now. So if you've got things to share with us, share with us. It's great.
Yeah, we got a question in from Beth Douglas saying that she hopes this is the beginning of St.Thomas getting the attention to be the recipient in the federal housing program, maybe even an expansion of Fanshaw's Red Seal program for apprenticeship.
Yep.
Let's keep St.Thomas on the leading edge.
Yep. Shh. Don't tell anybody, but we've been a huge recipient in most of the federal housing issues, and we're leading most cities in Southern Ontario on how we're doing with their housing.
Mhm.
We'll take more, and you know why we're being chosen? Because we get it done. We get things done here, and it works. And you're right. We've got to train, Beth. You're so bang on. We've got to train more skilled trades across the building trades, and across a number of the manufacturing trades too. So we're counting on our community college being the lead for that for us.
Yes. All right. City business.
City business. What do we got? Whoa! Look, I got a new friend. It's Stuffy, our old elephant, but
Yeah.
the mascot for the Forest City Railway City Football Club.
Yes.
We did
wonderful
a start
post.
for on Sunday.
Yeah.
And gave me a new soccer ball. So Stuffy the elephant gets to play it. Striker the elephant is the mascot for the team.
Mhm.
And a Railway City Football Club plays their first game on May 10th. They're
Mhm.
already playing in League One, and they plan most of this week's games on the road.
Mhm.
And starting May 10th is their first game at One Password Park. Come on out and support a great new thing in our community. Is 4 great new soccer teams, under 18 men, under
Mhm.
18 women, over 18 men, and over 18 women. Really incredibly good football.
Did they sign your ball, Joe?
Oh yeah, the whole team. Look, it's incredible. Abby, kind of the executive director of this, and I go back a number of years. He's a ice cream guy, and I was a granola guy, and we knew each other from some of the things we did. But
Yeah.
when they first brought this to our community, Jeff Bray, our director of parks, and the mayor, and at the time, the football club, one of the football clubs from London, came to us and said, "What if we wanted to do this? Could we?" And guess what the mayor's answer was?
Yeah, what was that?
Yes. Yes, and it was Jeff Bray's answer too. We have got One Password Park, the greatest football soccer facility for miles around, and said, "Why don't we have a team of some prominence using it?" So get ready to watch real good football. That's the European term for soccer, right? And so that starts May 10th. Get your tickets if you want to be a sponsor. If you're a business here in St.Thomas and you're interested, by all means reach out to Rail City FC. Find their website. There's a drop down that talks about sponsorships. Yep. I have a feeling a local hamburger company will be being that. So
no doubt, McDonald's is getting into this.
No, they're not. No, well, they may too.
Let's challenge them to do it.
Right.
Let's challenge them to do it.
Yeah. So please, prop the.
Yeah.
Nice, and then sponsor opportunities on the back.
Oh, here we go. Let's get that up real nice and close.
Yeah.
There we are.
All right. So that was fun on Sunday. Minister Flack was out there with me, and Gary Clark, and a couple of hundred people from our community, including many of the men and women on the teams and youth on the teams, and teaching smaller kids how soccer skills and such. You know, you walk out on that turf field at One Password Park, and you know we've built something special here at St. Thomas. So I'll give the previous council credit to move that forward. But as the mayor, it's something we can all be proud of in our community.
Yep.
The Railway City, everything's Railway City today. The Railway City Wind Ensemble,
yes,
I believe we pronounce it ensemble, right? Has their next concert on May 10th at 2 p.m. at Knox United Church, and they've sent me a ticket.
They've got your name right on there.
No, they want to see if Joe Preston shows up.
There we go.
Yeah, right. So we've been talking about their.
We'll put this right up there. You can see that there.
Yeah.
Admit one.
May 10th. Right. No taking a picture and fraudulent.
Can you get your
yeah. And what else have we got? We're still doing community cleanup, and I see a lot of places around town as I've been out. I know along South Edgeware the other day, somebody had clear garbage bags pretty much the length of South Edgeware Road. So one of the industries there, or the communities there, has been doing great work. Make sure you're phoning them in here to Melissa so we know who's doing what.
Well, you know, Jess, she's out driving around, and she said, "I think I saw Adam Beverly out on the roadside with one of his kids picking up the garbage."
Right.
So shout out to Adam Beverly.
Oh, great.
Total Plumbing Solutions.
Yes.
For getting out there with his family to clean the roads.
We did something else really quite special yesterday too.
Yes, we did.
We got to meet the people who named our snowplows. You remember we've been talking now through this winter, and it kind of started off as a bit of a lark 2 seasons ago when Grayden said we should name the snowplows. And we think there was another community out there.
Up in Scotland. They were doing it in Scotland. So you could go online, and in Scotland you could see the snowplows. So I showed it to Joe, and I was like, "Joe, we've got to do this." And of course, part of my heritage is Scottish, so I've got there's ties there. And you were like, I don't know,
name the snowplows. Right? Anyway,
the Parks Department, were they really get on board for that? Did they get on board for it?
Did they ever? Holy cow! We had the big snowplow out yesterday. Now the guys from our Works Department and our Parks Department brought a big snowplow with the plow attached, and we've already stenciled the names on them.
We've got one of the winners. Fran has just commented.
Oh,
hey,
yeah, hey. Fran and her sure plows a lot.
Yes.
Right. And Snow Thornton was the name of the great big snow plow.
Yeah.
Right. And Control Salt Delete on the sidewalk plow. I thought what a great name for the sidewalk plow too. But we had great prizes for each of the people whose name was chosen. Yep. And it's stenciled on there, and it's staying on this whole next year. We'll repeat the contest again. There's the picture yesterday in a beautiful Pinafore Park, 18 degrees. We're driving around town with snow plows. But it was 18 degrees. And,
This is Fran there.
Right?
on Sir Plows a lot.
Yep. And as you see, already our work already labeled all of these snow plows. I mean,
Yes.
this is. I thought, I don't know how, Grayden, we named some snow plows, but I thought we're going to kind of have to hold up signs or something. No, we've got them done. They're professionally labeled. They look great.
They're like, I've got some of that too here. We got you can see the Snow Thornton there, just fantastic.
Yes.
And then what we got? And like the font. If you guys can look at the font, that is just like perfect.
Yeah. So we had fun yesterday, meeting in the park and giving away some hats and hamburger gift cards and some other things to the winners of the contest. Yeah. So next year when we talk about a contest, pay attention. We're just doing it. We're still trying to think of what the summer contest could be.
Yeah, so if you guys have an idea for a summer contest, let us know. But I mean, for anyone who didn't put the name in this year, this was the easiest year to get a good name in and get it voted. Next year, you're going to have a lot of competition on those votes.
Well, no, there will be. And you can't reuse these. These have been taken, right? And there was some other ones we had in that were voted on this year. We're not going to allow you to put one of those back in either.
Oh, they're done.
I think so.
Oh, wow.
I think we have to do it.
Betty Whiteout is gone.
I like Betty Whiteout too.
Yeah.
I see Sean Dyke with a great comment. Jim McComb is leaving our planning department, retiring after, I don't know, about 133 years, I think, Jim.
That's a good long time.
It's a long time, yeah. I know he'll love that I said he was that old. But he retired. His kind of send-off was today. And so, Jim, congratulations. And the city of St. Thomas, the people of St. Thomas, and Central Elgin, because he worked a lot through the Central Elgin Planning Office also. Thank you for all the great work that you've done in your time here at St. Thomas.
Oh, we've got Doug Exner with one. How about St. Snowless? Well, put that one in next year.
Now you've told other people. You have to copyright it or someone's going to steal it. Right? Any other questions on city business from anyone? We've what else? I went to Hungry Twist.
Yeah, the Hungry Twist.
The
Hungry Twist. Yeah.
Right, and Ursula, a friend, and I hadn't been there yet, and it's been a very busy business. That is an incredible place to go eat, and I own a restaurant, so I'm not trying to take business or give business away to other restaurants, but it was phenomenal. Go to my Facebook. There's pictures of what I had this afternoon.
I'm just going to scroll until I find some, but I mean, I also go to Plaza Sushi, so we'll give them a shout out too.
Give them a shout out. Plaza Sushi is, you can't go wrong. We went all the way to Europe to run into people we'd taken to Plaza Sushi, and they said, "Oh, that Plaza Sushi,
next level."
Oh no, they said St. Thomas has got the place, right?
Yeah.
So perfect. If you've got a business in town that's new and starting out, please make sure you let us know too. Yeah. I mean, one of the smartest things to do would be to sponsor Mayor's Update, because then we talk about you for sure. But we're really trying to spend a lot more time talking about some of the great businesses in our community, and our community is pretty full. Oh wait, that's what's happening Saturday. Saturday we've got
there's the Hungry Twist. The first,
yes.
This is just incredible sandwiches, and they're in this Hungarian funnel cake.
Yes. So yes, and it's all incredible.
Fresh, delicious. Right. Anyway, sorry.
First anniversary of Taco House Saturday. Mariachi band, the whole works.
It was phenomenal when they opened.
Right.
It'll be even better now.
Right now, I'm at this conference.
Yes.
The Ontario Small Urban Municipalities Conference that I'm at this week. This weekend. So I can't go, but I've told Stephanie that it's the first anniversary, and they specifically asked, could Stephanie go instead? Yep. So yes, see how she's way more popular.
She's very popular.
That's Saturday afternoon at Taco House right across the road here from City Hall. So come on down and help them celebrate one full year of being quite a busy business in our downtown.
I'm going to put that in my calendar right now.
Yes, because you were there at the first one.
I was.
Right? But I like mariachi band. I can't dance. I'm not going to try and dance.
You're not going to dance for us?
No, I'm not.
Oh, my goodness.
Right.
Let's talk about the Impact Awards.
Oh, well, that's another thing that happened Friday night, isn't it? And we should talk about the number of trees given away, too.
Yes, do the trees.
Okay, so we had Adrian on here last week talking about the city tree giveaway, and it was going to be the next day. And we gave away over 300 trees to St. Thomas residents last Wednesday. Fill your car. Here's a free tree, one each. And you know how much putting 300 trees up in St. Thomas does? We're having to replace all of the trees by our own bylaw that we've taken down on Yarmouth Yards and other bits of our road work for the construction site. And so when we can give away 300 trees, that's a huge start. Right, to replacing the trees that have left. So we hope to do this more than once a year. So now back to the Impact Awards. This is the Oscars of the business and not-for-profit groups in our community. Through the Chamber of Commerce, Paul Jenkins, way to go. What a great event.
Christy and the whole
Hunking,
the board or the what do they call
committee?
Yes. I'm on it, but I can't remember the names.
And so many of our friends were nominated and or won.
And they're all winners. A nomination's a win.
Everything.
As far
they're
as
all
concerned.
Great businesses if you're even nominated. But I just kept sitting there going, "Wow, I use that business. I use that business. I know those people." And then even a group from the city of St. Thomas, including the inn, the police, and our social services, won the not-for-profit piece. So.
Yes, and I put a bunch of videos together. If you were there, you saw them live at the event. But they're all being posted to the Chamber's Facebook page. So go and check out those videos so you can see the nominees, the finalists. We call them finalists. See the finalists as well as the overall winner. It's a phenomenal celebration.
I didn't know we had somebody in our community who does that. I didn't know. Well, and even Chris and James and the Simply Pure Water were recognized on an environmental award because they've really gone into refillable soap products or cleaning products for your house. I didn't know this. When I asked Stephanie, she said, "Well, that's what you've been using for the last."
Well, Jess and I got on that bandwagon right away. We go there. We
just go and refill things.
But we have about 4 refillable containers now because we always forget, and then we need to go, so we get another container.
Throw it in the car so it's with you when you go.
That's always the plan. But so if anyone needs an extra one, let me know or Jess know, and we can give you an extra container. We've got Lee Coughlin saying, a continuing salute to the bylaw officers with animal services.
Animal services is just look near and dear to my heart with our 2 puppies and the times that we had to go pick up JoJo at the animal services.
She wanted to visit her friends.
Yeah, no, it's exactly right. But it's a good thing she was chipped. They are just over the top, very special. And if you're thinking of adopting, think of rescuing, think of going to our animal services and helping us out by taking somebody who's some pet that's already there, cat, dog, hamster, I don't know what else.
And speaking of which, you can watch the Beehive about the new animal shelter that's getting built, and you can see some of the animals that they need someone to come and help them and take them in and foster them at the shelter. So you can see them on that video, that Beehive video. And it's on the Small Business Enterprise Center's Facebook page, which is called St. Thomas Proud. So if you go to the St. Thomas Proud page and just scroll down to the animal shelter video, the Beehive video that covers that, magic.
Robert Furneau's talking about the food options at Impact. Was there food at the Impact Award?
So much. And I think that the part of the committee that worked on the food this year just nailed it.
No, it was incredible.
The sushi.
The candy bar. From the Vines and their charcuterie table that went on for about 14 miles. Sandwiches. It was, if you didn't go and you haven't seen what happens at the Impact Awards, spend the money on a ticket next year because it's an incredible night and a great speaker.
So my buddy Chris Pern from LA, he's from here, but he flew in from LA so he could share.
And boy, was his arms tired. No, somebody else already used the joke.
That was Paul's joke, I think. Paul Jenkins, the CEO.
It's an old comedian joke. You're not old enough.
But I think there's was there a meatball bar there?
There was meatballs.
Because I never got there. I think they disappeared.
Well, I gave up.
I got there.
I got to many of the stations. And then is Stephanie watching tonight? And then went to the candy bar and got a bit and sat down and started to watch the presentations. It was a really special night. I was with special people
running the tech with my friends, and they just brought me food because I was working away, managing all the things. And I didn't get really good to know myself.
caps off stout, and there was some refreshments to keep us interested.
Absolutely.
And just so special to see some of your hardworking friends out there and great parts of our community being recognized for the great economic part they play in our community, along with the social part they play. Almost everybody we saw is a sponsor in some way or helps with something else, but they don't just get there because they're nice. They get there because they're an operating business who's really trying to do that work.
And I'll tell you what, as soon as you get an award, because Established Media got one, they ask you for a lot of things. So it's kind of like you get the award, but then you got to show up after to do the work to really, pay back that honor.
The streeter did the meatballs.
There we go. The streeter.
Oh, so you didn't? Because I saw the streeter truck outside. I was going to go outside and get extra special meatballs, but no, it was what an incredible night. As I said, it's like the Oscars for our business.
It is. It is the Oscars for our business community.
And the movers and shakers in town are there.
Well, I was talking to one of them.
And really, look, it's not just St.Thomas. It's the St.Thomas, Southwold, and Central Elgin. And all the great businesses in all of those communities.
And one of the finalists I was talking to them after the event, and they said, can I put this on my LinkedIn page? And I was like, I'll tell you what, every single Oscar nominee puts that on their page. Anyone that promotes anything they do, they put it on there.
Part of your business resume, and it truly is.
You're one of 3 of hundreds of people that were selected. Yeah. And as a part of that process, it is a very, very rigorous process to even end up on that list of 3.
Right. So use it. Brag about yourself. Business is important. Self-marketing is really important, right?
Mm-hmm. Fran is saying that she only drinks simply pure water.
Well, of course.
Only drank it.
I'm sorry, but I had extra special caps off stuff at the Impact Awards.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
What else we got? I'm sorry I look a little rough, but I've been sleeping in 2-hour increments through this election day, night, and day again, and so I'm feeling a little tired. And so I'm going to get up early and go to Collingwood to this convention that I'm at, and I'll share next week how OSUM went, the Ontario Small Urban Municipalities.
We have one final thing before we close out the show. We had our first Oktoberfest committee meeting.
Yes, today. That was today, and I slept through it. I got up and it says I'm supposed to be at a meeting.
I almost slept through it, but Joe, I got up just in time to make it for the second half of the meeting. So I come in and they're like, it's nice of you to join us. I hope you're prepared to be launched out of a cannon during the event.
Oh, no, that's right.
While you were not here.
If you don't show up at the committee, you get the extra special work, right? I did stop in and spend an hour or so with Barry Fitzgerald this morning too on my way back from London, which is really a worthwhile effort. But then I said, I'm falling asleep driving. I'm not going to go to City Hall, and went home and had a nap, and I slept through the Oktoberfest meeting. I'm sure someone will fill the mayor in on whether he's wearing his lederhosen or not.
Yeah, and there were some questions in terms of specifically for the mayor.
Yes,
because we're talking about we talked about doing a community banner for Oktoberfest last year.
Yeah,
where we go out to all the businesses, and if they're willing to participate, we get their logos. We put on a large banner to promote everybody in the downtown.
Perfect.
And they said, "Well, where can we put that banner?" And first, I was like, where the welcome to St.Thomas or the beautiful St.Thomas, that one.
Yeah.
And then they're like, it'll be covered by the tent. And then Dwayne was like, "Hey, what about that banner that we used to have that went across Talbot by Legends and the tourism booth?" And they said, "Well, can those posts hold that?" And I was like, "I'm pretty sure I talked to the mayor about that." And he said it will, but we need to restring. Is
that's part of it? We'll have to talk to Kevin Dielebeck, our engineer, and say, here's what we want to do. Engineer it. Yeah. Engineers love this type of challenge.
Do they?
So, no, look. And we've got one of the best. And so we'll just say to him, we don't know how to do this, Kevin. You're the engineer. Could you help us? And we'll get it done.
And we'll give him pictures of what happened the last time when it wasn't done properly. And the whole post was bent over.
There's been wind over the last couple of days. Today was very windy. If that banner had been up there, it would be flopping. And that was part of the problem. When we widened Talbot Street, the banner became wider, or the cables became longer, and we'll find a way to fix it.
Yeah, because that'd be just wonderful. And we've got a shout out from Robert Furneaux to the SBEC, which is Small Business Enterprise Center, business advisors, and all the new young entrepreneurs that they work with.
Summer companies and starter companies has been such a a great thing for our community at finding new businesses that kind of start off with SBEC,
Yeah.
maybe move to their mom's garage or their dad's drive shed, and then come into a actual real business,
Yeah.
or just learning the entrepreneurial side of being a business owner.
Yeah.
Just makes everybody a better employee for anybody they might go work for. So we love it too.
And we
Robert,
should give
thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah, we should give a shout out to Sarah Lynch, who's a part of that team, because she's joined the DDB team as well. We've kind of like stolen her away a little bit, to work on the Downtown Development Board projects.
Yeah,
and
who's doing what? Yeah, no, that's what it comes down
she's
to.
been absolutely phenomenal. So huge shout out to her and all the work that she's put in to getting up to speed since last July, and then jumping 2 feet in, helping put together the whole Oktoberfest that we just held.
The award-winning
Oktoberfest.
The definitely second best Oktoberfest in Canada.
100% the second best. We claimed it, we earned it, and we're keeping it.
And we're number 2 again this year.
We absolutely are.
Right?
Yeah,
I forget the name of the other city that holds an annual Oktoberfest, but
it was called Waterloo or something like that. Or no, it's near there.
Yeah,
it's near there. Oh man, what was it called? Berlin or something? Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin. It was originally called that.
Berlin. Yeah, I can't remember the actual. Yeah, you're right. It's hard. It's hard to put it all together. But I gotta say there is a press release coming about that. But I got a bit busy with all the other things over the past couple of weeks, so I'm gonna get that out.
Great.
I'm pretty excited to put that out there.
Well,
so
we need all of the help we can get for Oktoberfest this year. It's become a big, better, all community-wide event.
It's huge.
We need your help as a volunteer also. Please contact through the DDB or through the mayor's office or through SBEC and the EDC. If you want to volunteer, and we can find you work to do. So from picking up garbage if you want, to helping keep traffic going, to helping park cars, to working a booth, doing something for us. Please help us, and we'd love your help. It was a lot of fun last year.
Yeah, and I can't share all the details that we're talking about, but I can say you're not going to want to miss it. And I know a lot of people put things in their calendars last year. They weren't able to be there. They regretted it.
I thought everybody for 43 miles around was there last year. There's that many people there.
Packed. But no. We want to double it.
Yeah.
Double it this year. All right. Here we go, Joe.
All right.
Off and up and out to the next thing.
Well, it's been a busy week, and a little rest coming this weekend after the convention, the meeting I'm at, and then back to council on Monday night. So next week we've got mayor's update. We'll be able to talk about what's new and happening big time in our city.
And there's so many exciting things you guys don't want to know. But you're going to have to wait till next week. We'll see you then.
All right.